Okay, so this is the LUXE Bidet. It is basically Neo 185 Plus series, right? It's like very like a slightly higher end version product. It is very nice and beautiful. We got this one particularly because it's rose gold color, which matches our bathroom. It's like a pinkish in color. A lot of different features, like it has lift to clean, which makes it easy to clean, both cleaning the bidet itself and the cleaning the toilet bowl. There's a slide-in installation, which means that you can just you don't need to essentially remove the entire toilet, but rather just slide the whole thing just in, and that's it. It's very easy. It has gapless installation. What that means is that when you essentially, if you essentially put the bidet on a toilet seat, usually there's like a gap when it's closing, so it's like slightly open for almost all the other bidet. But this one, it you don't, once you put it, there is like no gap, so the toilet seat closes completely. And then it has capless nozzles. We essentially make sure that, let's say if you have like a very hard water at your home, it doesn't block it with minerals and stuff like that. Other thing was a self-clean mode, a wide access guard kit. It's like very simple and also UV resistant. I don't know how UV resistant helps. So it prevents yellowing. That is like one of the reasons that they are given, but I don't think that's like a big deal. But yeah, a lot of great features. So let me show you what comes in the box. Let me open the box and show it to you. The nice thing about it is they have essentially provided a lot of different stuff. So first of all, this is the manual on how to install it. This is just like some kind of a survey thing, and this is like a travel gift bag. So when you are going to the airport, having a transparent bags to put your small soap and stuff like that is easy. That is easy to go through check-in. They provided that, and this is the main product. You can see it has serial number with a 2-year warranty. Next is this thing. It is all the pieces that you will essentially need to set up your bidet. So all the things that they have is like this kind of links. So let us assume that there are different types of toilets as well, which are not custom, like not standard toilet sizes, and the hole do not reach. These are like the bigger ones, so that bigger ones are like one with a slightly smaller hole, so that it fits very well with your toilet. But for most standard product, you don't need to remove anything. You can just use the one that is provided here without making any changes. So in my case, I have checked it and my toilet doesn't require any changes. So I'm just going to keep this in the side, but I'm not going to use it. And this is like a diverter. So this makes sure that your water from wherever it's coming from, it goes to your flush tank as well as to the bidet. And this is the pipe that will essentially go from this diverter. Let me remove it here. From this diverter to here and then to the bidet. So something like this. So the first step is you want to essentially close your toilet knob and remove your existing pipe. Also provided with this kind of a thing, so that you can easily remove your existing nuts, because for here they have provided stuff to help you close it and to tighten it. But if for existing knobs that you have, if you cannot remove it, then you have a problem, right? So they have provided this kind of a tool, which is really nice. So now let me show it to you how to set it up. Step is you want to close your knob here in the toilet. Next, you want to essentially remove the toilet seat completely for the initial installation. Okay, this is for the installation of the first time. Connect and put the bidet here. And now this thing can move in multiple directions. So you can essentially use this to adjust and set up the correct, because so even if it's not standard, it will essentially fit anywhere. Okay, and next I am going to put the screws which are provided to me. These are my existing toilet seat screws, right? So these are not new, these are the ones that were provided, because you want to make sure that the screws fit your toilet seat, right? Next, you are just going to Next, you are just going to connect the knobs at the bottom of the screws. That way the screw don't fall off, like the way it happened right now. So I'm just tightening the screws here. It's okay if it moves a little bit during the installation the first time, as long as you're not tightened it, it's good. I'm going to essentially connect both of them both the screws a little bit in so that it doesn't fall off, and then I'm going to adjust, and once I'm ready, I'm going to adjust it by tightening. I put the screws in, and now I know the whole thing is set up. I'm just going to tighten it. Okay, so first thing is you want to essentially remove this thing from your toilet. So this is my toilet tank. If you go a little bit, you want to essentially remove this particular thing from the toilet. So that currently this is the water that goes through and directly goes to your tank, but rather you want to essentially install a diverter. So here, after removing that thing, you are just going to install the diverter. Notice it has a nice knobs so that it essentially just fits easily. Yeah, and you can see who can hold this and just turn the gray thing. You want it to be tight but not too tight, because if it becomes too tight, then the water might leak because the seal might break or something. You want to be tight enough but not like, don't force it a lot. Yeah. Okay, so you can see this, and next thing is you want to essentially attach this here back to the toilet. So now the water once again goes from this to the toilet tank, but then it also comes from here. So it's like water in both the places. Yeah, and just tighten it, this thing. Okay, so now the water essentially goes back to the tank, but there is also this particular hole where the water comes out. So they are going to put this particular thing here, this cable or this tube that they have provided in here, and tighten it. And once again you can just use this thing that they have provided to tighten it. Easy. Yeah. Next, you are going to connect this part here to the back of the LUXE bidet, which is black in color. Notice there's like a black colored knob here. Yeah, and you're going to connect it. Notice how quickly it goes in. Once again, you can use this, just bring it back here to essentially tighten it. So you have something to tighten it, something to hold on to tighten it. Not difficult at all. Yep, and same you're going to do on the other side. Make sure both of them are tightened enough that the water doesn't leak. Okay, and now the whole thing is essentially set up. We just have to turn on. Make sure there's like a cloth or some kind of a cloth he kept here, that if water leaks you can quickly stop it, and that way you can figure out if there is any leak by turning it on. But if you have done everything correctly and if you have followed everything, then it should not really be a problem. Okay. Okay, next I am just going to install the toilet seat here. So now your toilet seat might be slightly different installation, but this one is like, this is the installation for toilet seat, and it essentially just fits. Now it turns on. Additionally, the nice thing is that, like, notice how it lifts up, so you can essentially clean it. So they have essentially provided this mechanism to lift up and clean the bowl as well as the the bidet. And that's it. This thing is set up. This is essentially water flow level, and there are 3 modes: wash, feminine, and nozzle clean. And off will essentially decide how much. By default, you want to keep it on the wash, and then you can increase the power by moving this thing. You can see how it is nice, like golden pink in color, and our bathroom is pink color, so it's like they have also got a lot of color choices, which is really nice. And that's it. This whole thing is set up. That's all you need to do.